Who are the Anunnaki, Marduk, Ninurta, Ishkur, and Nannar? Have you ever wondered who the Anunnaki truly were? Were they ancient gods revered by early civilizations, extraterrestrial beings guiding humanity from the stars, or something far more complex and mysterious? The intrigue surrounding the Anunnaki has captivated historians, theologians, and theorists for centuries. Their stories, etched into the clay tablets of ancient Sumer, are among the oldest known records of mythology in history, painting a picture of beings with immense power, wisdom, and influence. The Anunnaki are not just mythical figures, they are central to the origins of civilization as recorded in ancient Mesopotamia. The Sumerians described them as celestial beings, descending from the heavens to establish order and share knowledge with humankind. They were credited with shaping humanity itself, guiding the development of agriculture, governance, and spirituality. In Sumerian texts like the Enuma Elish and the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Anunnaki are depicted as rulers, creators, and enforcers of divine justice. They were the bridge between mortal life and the cosmos, wielding power that shaped humanity's perception of the divine and the universe. But who were they really? Were they purely symbolic representations of natural forces and societal structures, or could their descriptions hint at something more tangible, possibly extraterrestrial visitors? In this video, we will learn the mysteries of the Anunnaki. We'll unravel the identities and roles of four prominent figures. Marduk, the ambitious and powerful leader who reshaped the pantheon. Ninurta, the warrior and protector who brought order through might and wisdom. Ishkur, the stormbringer, revered and feared for his control over the forces of nature. Nannar, the lunar deity whose celestial influence guided the rhythms of life. As we journey through their stories, we'll also explore the controversial theories surrounding their origins. Were they merely archetypes of human psychology and nature, or could their tales point to actual beings who walked among early civilizations, shaping humanity's destiny? By the end, you'll not only have a clearer understanding of these fascinating figures but also a deeper appreciation for the timeless questions they pose about humanity's place in the cosmos. Let's dive into the world of the Anunnaki and uncover the secrets they left behind. Part 1. Who are the Anunnaki? The Anunnaki first appear in Sumerian mythology, emerging as some of the most powerful and enigmatic figures of the ancient world. The Sumerians, one of the earliest known civilizations, credited the Anunnaki with descending from the heavens to shape life on Earth. They were revered not as mere gods but as celestial beings who possessed unparalleled wisdom and authority. In Sumerian texts, the Anunnaki were said to be emissaries of higher cosmic powers, tasked with bringing order to the chaos of the early world. These divine beings were often associated with the construction of cities, the teaching of agriculture, and the establishment of laws, gifts that propelled humanity into the first stages of civilization. They were seen as intermediaries between the heavens and earth, bringing celestial wisdom to mortal realms. The word Anunnaki itself holds great significance. It means, those who from heaven to earth came, emphasizing their heavenly origins and their purpose as bringers of knowledge and structure. To understand the Anunnaki's role in mythology, we must turn to one of the most famous Sumerian texts, the Enuma Elish. This ancient creation myth describes how the Anunnaki helped shape the world and humanity. According to the Enuma Elish, the heavens and earth were formed out of the chaos of primordial waters. The Anunnaki, led by powerful deities like Marduk, were instrumental in establishing order. Marduk, in particular, emerged as a hero by defeating the chaos dragon Tiamat, solidifying his role as the chief god and assigning tasks to the Anunnaki. One of their most significant tasks was the creation of humanity. In some versions of the myth, the Anunnaki are said to have fashioned humans from clay mixed with the blood of a sacrificed god. This act was not merely an act of creation but a solution to a cosmic problem. The Anunnaki sought laborers to maintain the earth and serve the gods. In this way, humanity was not just a creation of divine will but a product of necessity. The Anunnaki's relationship with humanity was complex. They were seen as both benefactors and masters, guiding civilization while expecting devotion and service in return. The name Anunnaki has sparked endless fascination. Its translation, those who from heaven to earth came, has led to two dominant interpretations. Divine beings. In the traditional mythological sense, the Anunnaki were celestial entities, embodying the will of the gods and bridging the gap between the mortal and the divine. Their heavenly descent symbolized their role as bringers of cosmic order and wisdom. Extraterrestrial visitors, some modern theorists, most notably Zecharia Sitchin, have reinterpreted the phrase to suggest that the Anunnaki were extraterrestrial beings. According to these theories, the Anunnaki were advanced visitors from another planet who came to Earth to mine resources, such as gold, and genetically modified early humans to serve as laborers. Whether seen as divine deities or alien engineers, the Anunnaki's name continues to evoke awe and speculation, underscoring their enduring legacy as figures of immense power and mystery. The Anunnaki are more than myth, they are a bridge between the known and the unknown, representing humanity's earliest attempts to understand its place in the cosmos. From their roots in Sumerian mythology to their reinterpretation as possible extraterrestrial visitors, the Anunnaki invite us to question not just their origins but our own. As we move forward, we'll explore the roles of key Anunnaki figures, Marduk, Ninurta, Ishkur, and Nannar, and uncover how their stories shaped the civilizations they touched. Part 2, Marduk, the ambitious leader. Who was Marduk? Marduk is one of the most significant and complex figures in Mesopotamian mythology, a central figure among the Anunnaki. While he began as a relatively minor deity in early Sumerian traditions, Marduk's prominence grew with the rise of Babylon as a major power. Over time, he came to be seen as a god of power, ambition, and cosmic order. Marduk was often depicted with a distinctive symbol, a triangular spade, and associated with celestial bodies, particularly the planet Jupiter. He was revered as a god of creation and authority, embodying both the ability to establish order and the strength to enforce it. In many ways, Marduk represented the ultimate figure of leadership, strategic, decisive, and unyielding in his quest to dominate and harmonize the forces around him. Marduk's ascension to supremacy is immortalized in the Enuma Elish, the Babylonian creation epic. This text details how Marduk rose from a relatively obscure position among the Anunnaki to become their leader and the chief god of the Babylonian pantheon. The key to his rise was his confrontation with Tiamat, the primordial chaos dragon. Tiamat represented the chaotic forces of the primordial universe, a being of immense power who sought to destroy the gods and plunge the cosmos back into disorder. Faced with Tiamat's rebellion, the younger gods were paralyzed with fear, unable to confront her. Marduk stepped forward with a bold proposition: he would defeat Tiamat and restore order, but only if he was granted ultimate authority over the gods. Reluctantly, they agreed, giving Marduk the power and tools needed for the battle. Armed with a net, a bow, and an unrelenting spirit, Marduk faced Tiamat in a climactic duel. Using his cunning, he ensnared her in his net and pierced her with his arrows, splitting her body in two. From her remains, Marduk fashioned the heavens and the earth, bringing structure to the universe. Creating humanity. To further solidify his role as a creator, Marduk ordered the crafting of humanity from the blood of Kingu, Tiamat's ally and consort. Humanity was created to serve the gods, ensuring their needs were met while maintaining the order Marduk had established. This myth not only elevated Marduk as the champion of the gods but also symbolized the triumph of order over chaos, a theme central to Babylonian ideology. Legacy, Marduk and Babylonian culture. Marduk's rise wasn't just a mythological event, it was a cultural and political statement that defined Babylon's identity as a dominant force in Mesopotamia. The city of Babylon became synonymous with Marduk, who was revered as its patron deity. Babylonian kings invoked Marduk's name to legitimize their rule. They were often portrayed as his earthly representatives, charged with maintaining justice and order. Coronation rituals included prayers to Marduk, emphasizing the divine right of the king to govern. In Babylon, Marduk's worship was centered around the Asagila temple complex, a magnificent structure that symbolized his cosmic authority. The temple served as a religious and cultural hub, drawing worshippers from across the region. The myth of Marduk's victory over Tiamat mirrored Babylon's rise to power. Just as Marduk defeated chaos and established order, Babylon positioned itself as the cultural and political heart of Mesopotamia, often claiming supremacy over rival city-states. Marduk's association with Jupiter reinforced his role as a cosmic force. Babylonian astronomers linked his movements in the sky with divine omens, further cementing his influence in both spiritual and scientific domains. Marduk's story is more than just a tale of ambition and power, it's a narrative that reflects humanity's timeless struggle to impose order on chaos. As a central figure in Babylonian culture, Marduk embodied the ideals of leadership, creation, and control, leaving a legacy that resonates far beyond his time. In the next part, we'll explore the story of Ninurta, the warrior and protector, and how his role in the Anunnaki pantheon highlights the balance between destruction and renewal. Stay tuned as we continue uncovering the fascinating world of the Anunnaki. Part 3, Ninurta, the warrior and protector. Who was Ninurta? Ninurta stands as one of the most dynamic and multifaceted figures among the Anunnaki. Known as the god of war, agriculture, and healing, his role spans the spectrum of destruction and renewal. Ninurta was both a fierce protector and a nurturing guide, embodying the delicate balance between wielding power and fostering growth. Depicted as a strong, heroic figure, often armed with a mighty mace called Sherer, Ninurta was revered for his ability to defend against chaos and bring order to the cosmos. At the same time, he was closely associated with agriculture and the healing arts, highlighting his compassion and care for humanity. This duality made Ninurta a beloved deity, symbolizing both strength in battle and the sustenance of life. Ninurta's legendary battles, the tale of the Anzu bird. One of Ninurta's most famous myths is his battle with the Anzu bird, a creature of chaos that sought to disrupt the natural order. This tale not only demonstrates Ninurta's role as a protector but also highlights the broader themes of justice and cosmic harmony central to the Anunnaki's mythology. The theft of the tablets of destiny. The Anzu bird, a fearsome creature with the body of a bird and the head of a lion, stole the tablets of destiny from the god Enlil. These sacred tablets granted the bearer control over the universe, and their theft plunged the cosmos into disorder. The gods, panicked by the loss of the tablets, called upon Ninurta to retrieve them. Armed with Sherer, his enchanted mace, Ninurta accepted the challenge, knowing that the fate of the universe depended on his success. Ninurta pursued the Anzu bird across the heavens and earth, engaging in a fierce battle that tested his strength and cunning. Sherer played a pivotal role, not only as a weapon but also as a source of wisdom, offering Ninurta strategic advice during the fight. After a prolonged struggle, Ninurta defeated the Anzu bird and reclaimed the tablets of destiny. By restoring them to Enlil, he reinstated the divine order, ensuring that the balance of the universe remained intact. This myth solidified Ninurta's reputation as a warrior and protector, a deity who would go to any lengths to safeguard the cosmos from chaos. Significance: the balance between destruction and renewal. Ninurta's dual nature as both a warrior and a nurturer reflects the cyclical nature of life. His mythology underscores the idea that destruction and renewal are interconnected forces, each essential to the harmony of existence. As the god of agriculture, Ninurta was closely tied to the cycles of planting and harvesting. Farmers prayed to him for bountiful crops, seeing him as a deity who could tame the chaos of nature and ensure the earth's fertility. His association with renewal extended beyond the physical to the spiritual, symbolizing the regeneration of life after hardship. Ninurta's role as a healer balanced his reputation as a warrior. After the battles were won and order restored, he turned his attention to mending what was broken, be it the land, the people, or the spirit. This aspect of his character demonstrated his ability to wield power with compassion, making him a complete and relatable figure for his worshippers. Ninurta's mythology wasn't just about physical battles. He was also seen as a protector of laws, traditions, and moral order. His stories served as allegories for the importance of maintaining balance in all aspects of life, from governance to personal relationships. Ninurta's influence extended far beyond myth. His stories shaped the values and practices of ancient Mesopotamian societies. In agriculture, farmers invoked Ninurta's name before planting and harvesting, trusting his guidance to ensure a prosperous season. In healing, physicians and healers often looked to Ninurta as a source of divine wisdom, believing that his compassion could guide them in their work. In leadership, leaders drew inspiration from Ninurta's balance of strength and care, seeking to emulate his ability to wield authority responsibly. Ninurta's story represents the balance necessary for a harmonious existence. As a god of war, he showed the importance of defending order and justice, while his roles in agriculture and healing highlighted the need for renewal and compassion. His myths continue to resonate, offering lessons on leadership, resilience, and the interconnectedness of destruction and creation. In the next section, we'll explore Ishkur, the Stormbringer, and his role as both a life-giver and a force of nature. Stay tuned as we continue unraveling the rich history of the Anunnaki. Part 4, Ishkur, the Stormbringer. Who was Ishkur? Ishkur, the storm god of the Anunnaki pantheon, was a force to be reckoned with. Revered as the master of rains, fertility, and natural renewal, Ishkur wielded the dual powers of creation and destruction. His storms could bring life-giving rains to parched lands or unleash devastating floods that obliterated entire communities. This duality made him both loved and feared, a deity embodying the unpredictability and immense power of nature. In depictions, Ishkur was often shown with lightning bolts, riding the winds of a thunderstorm. He was seen as a celestial mediator between the heavens and the earth, ensuring that the cycles of life continued. His control over water and storms made him a vital figure in agrarian societies, where survival depended on the delicate balance between too little and too much rain. The power of storms, creation and destruction. Storms, in their essence, symbolize nature's dual role as both a giver and taker of life. Ishkur's mythology reflects this duality, portraying him as a complex figure who could nurture and destroy with equal fervor. Ishkur's rains were essential for agriculture, replenishing the soil and sustaining crops. Farmers saw him as a benefactor who ensured fertility and abundance. During the dry seasons, prayers and offerings were made to Ishkur to invoke his rains, which were seen as a blessing from the heavens. He roars like a lion, his waters quenching the thirst of the fields. He fills the rivers and renews the earth. However, Ishkur's storms could also bring devastation. Uncontrolled rains led to floods that washed away villages, while violent thunderstorms struck fear into the hearts of those caught in their path. His wrath reminded people of the fragility of their existence and their dependence on forces beyond their control. Example, myths tell of Ishkur unleashing his storms as punishment for human arrogance or neglect of sacred duties. These stories served as cautionary tales, urging societies to live in harmony with nature. Ishkur's myths reveal the deep connection ancient societies had with natural forces. His stories weren't just about the weather, they were reflections of humanity's relationship with the environment and their understanding of life's cyclical nature. For agrarian societies, rain was a matter of survival. Ishkur's ability to control rainfall symbolized the delicate balance between scarcity and excess. His blessings were sought during planting seasons, and his storms were carefully observed for signs of his mood. Ishkur's destructive storms served as a reminder of nature's unpredictability. Despite humanity's advancements, they were still at the mercy of the elements. This fear fostered a deep respect for Ishkur, whose favor could mean the difference between prosperity and ruin. To appease Ishkur, ancient Mesopotamians performed rituals and offered sacrifices. Temples dedicated to him often featured water basins and imagery of storms, emphasizing his role as the bringer of rain and life. Ishkur's dual nature taught people about the balance required for survival. Just as too much or too little rain could lead to disaster, his myths encouraged societies to seek balance in their own lives, respecting both the creative and destructive forces of the world. Ishkur's mythology captures the essence of humanity's relationship with nature, a relationship defined by dependence, respect, and awe. As the Stormbringer, Ishkur embodied the power of renewal and the threat of destruction, reminding us of the delicate balance required for life to flourish. In the next section, we'll turn our attention to Nannar, the lunar god, and his role in guiding humanity through celestial rhythms and spiritual cycles. Join us as we continue unraveling the fascinating stories of the Anunnaki. Part 5, Nannar, the Lunar Light. Who was Nannar? Nannar, also known by his Akkadian name Sin, was the moon god of the Anunnaki pantheon. Revered for his wisdom, Nannar represented the calming and reflective power of the moon. His light illuminated the darkness, offering guidance and inspiration to humanity. Unlike the fiery, assertive energy of the sun, Nannar's influence was subtle yet profound, emphasizing rhythm, cycles, and the passage of time. Nannar was often depicted with a crescent moon resting on his head, a symbol of his celestial dominion. Associated with night, mystery, and introspection, he played a key role in helping ancient civilizations understand the cosmos. As a god of wisdom, he was seen as a mediator between the divine and mortal realms, offering insight into the natural and spiritual worlds. Nannar's role in ancient societies went far beyond mere symbolism. The moon's cycles had a tangible impact on life, shaping agriculture, navigation, and even spiritual practices. Nannar's connection to the moon made him a central figure in the daily lives of ancient Mesopotamians. The lunar phases were among the first natural phenomena used to track time. Nannar's waxing and waning phases provided an easily observable cycle, leading to the development of lunar calendars. These calendars guided planting and harvesting seasons, ensuring the survival of agrarian communities. Example: ancient priests observed Nannar's cycles to determine auspicious days for rituals and festivals. His role as the keeper of time cemented his reputation as a god of wisdom and foresight. Nannar's influence extended to agriculture, as the moon's gravitational pull affects water levels and tides. Farmers relied on the alignment of lunar phases to predict the best times for planting and irrigation. Nannar's light was a symbol of abundance and fertility, critical for sustaining life. For travelers and traders, the moon served as a celestial compass. Nannar's steady presence in the night sky provided direction and assurance, making him a protector of those journeying through the unknown. The moon's cycles were seen as metaphors for human life. Waxing represented growth, fullness symbolized maturity, and waning reflected introspection and renewal. Nannar's association with these rhythms made him a guide for spiritual practices, emphasizing balance and harmony with nature. Nannar's mythology reflects humanity's early fascination with the heavens. His light wasn't just a source of practical guidance, it was a reminder of humanity's connection to the cosmos and the divine. As a lunar deity, Nannar's presence in the Anunnaki pantheon emphasized the importance of celestial cycles. His connection to the heavens fueled theories about the Anunnaki's extraterrestrial origins, as his role highlighted their deep understanding of cosmic patterns and their influence on Earth. In mythology, Nannar was seen as a mediator, bridging the gap between day and night, light and shadow. This duality symbolized the balance required for life to thrive and hinted at the Anunnaki's broader role in maintaining universal harmony. Nannar's light was not blinding like the sun but reflective, encouraging introspection and contemplation. This quality made him a source of divine wisdom, sought after by kings, priests, and common people alike. Nannar's influence extended far beyond Mesopotamia. His worship spread throughout the ancient world, and his myths inspired countless societies to observe and respect the natural rhythms of life. Temples dedicated to him, such as the Grand Ziggurat in Ur, became centers of learning and spirituality. One of the most famous temples dedicated to Nannar, the Ziggurat served as both a place of worship and a celestial observatory. Priests used it to track the moon's movements, linking Nannar's cycles to the divine order of the universe. Festivals celebrating Nannar often coincided with key points in the lunar cycle, such as the new moon or full moon. These events were seen as times of renewal and reflection, aligning human activities with the divine rhythms of the cosmos. Nannar's story is a proof to humanity's deep connection with the natural and celestial worlds. As the lunar light, he embodied wisdom, balance, and the rhythms of life, guiding humanity through the darkness with his gentle illumination. His myths remind us that even in the vastness of the cosmos, there is an order, a rhythm that connects us to something greater. Nannar's presence in the Anunnaki pantheon serves as a beacon, encouraging humanity to seek harmony with the cycles of nature and the mysteries of the universe. In the next section, we'll explore theories and modern interpretations of the Anunnaki, examining how their myths have evolved and inspired contemporary ideas about extraterrestrial life and ancient wisdom. Stay tuned as we delve further into this fascinating journey. Part 6: Theories and Modern Interpretations. Were they extraterrestrial beings? One of the most controversial and widely discussed theories about the Anunnaki comes from authors like Zecharia Sitchin, who reinterpreted their myths through the lens of ancient astronaut theory. Sitchin's work, particularly his book The 12th Planet, proposes that the Anunnaki were not gods in the traditional sense but advanced extraterrestrial beings who visited Earth in antiquity. According to Sitchin, the Anunnaki originated from a planet called Nibiru, a celestial body with an elongated orbit that brings it close to Earth every 3,600 years. He suggests that the Anunnaki came to Earth seeking resources, particularly gold, which they needed to stabilize their planet's atmosphere. Sitchin posits that the Anunnaki created humanity through genetic engineering, blending their DNA with that of early hominids to produce a labor force capable of mining gold. This interpretation ties into Sumerian myths of the Anunnaki creating humans from clay mixed with divine essence. Sitchin and other proponents of this theory point to descriptions in ancient texts that could be interpreted as advanced technology, flying chariots, weapons of immense power, and knowledge of astronomy that seems advanced for the time. While these theories are compelling and imaginative, they remain speculative and have been met with skepticism by mainstream scholars. Critics argue that Sitchin's translations of Sumerian texts are often inaccurate and that there is no concrete evidence to support the existence of Nibiru or extraterrestrial involvement. The Anunnaki's stories can also be interpreted as rich symbolic narratives rather than literal historical accounts. In this view, the Anunnaki represent archetypes of human experience and the natural forces that shaped early civilizations. The Anunnaki embody fundamental aspects of life and society: creation, Namu, leadership, Marduk, protection, Ninurta, and cycles, Nannar. These archetypes provided early humans with frameworks to understand their world and their place within it. Rather than documenting historical events, the myths of the Anunnaki may reflect humanity's struggle to impose order on chaos, harness nature, and navigate the mysteries of existence. For example, Marduk's defeat of Tiamat can be seen as a metaphor for the triumph of civilization over the unpredictable forces of nature. The divine attributes ascribed to the Anunnaki could simply reflect humanity's need to attribute extraordinary achievements to higher powers. Alternatively, some argue that the descriptions of godlike beings descending from the heavens could be a cultural memory of contact with advanced entities. The question remains: are these stories purely symbolic, or do they hint at a deeper truth about humanity's origins and our relationship with the cosmos? The myths of the Anunnaki have transcended time, continuing to inspire both scholarly debate and modern popular culture. Their legacy is evident in various fields, from spiritual movements to science fiction. Many contemporary spiritual groups draw inspiration from the Anunnaki, viewing them as teachers who guided humanity's early development. Some see them as benevolent beings, while others warn of their potential misuse of power. The idea that the Anunnaki were extraterrestrials has fueled a wave of interest in ancient astronaut theories. Documentaries, books, and online forums explore the possibility of alien involvement in human history, using the Anunnaki as a cornerstone of these discussions. The Anunnaki have found their way into novels, movies, and video games, often depicted as powerful, enigmatic beings whose influence shapes the course of human events. Their myths serve as a rich source of inspiration for storytelling that blends history, mythology, and science fiction. While most scientists remain skeptical of extraterrestrial theories, the Anunnaki stories have sparked discussions about humanity's origins and our place in the universe. They remind us of the enduring human desire to connect with something greater and to explore the unknown. The Anunnaki remain one of the most fascinating and mysterious aspects of ancient mythology. Whether seen as divine beings, extraterrestrial visitors, or symbolic archetypes, their stories continue to captivate and provoke thought. They challenge us to question what we know about humanity's past, encouraging us to explore the boundaries between myth, history, and possibility. As we conclude our exploration of the Anunnaki, one thing is clear: their legacy is far from forgotten. From ancient Sumer to the modern world, the Anunnaki invite us to look to the heavens, and within ourselves, for answers to the mysteries of existence. If you've enjoyed this journey into the world of the Anunnaki, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations of mythology, history, and the unknown. Together, we'll continue to uncover the secrets of our past and imagine the possibilities of our future. What do you think? Were the Anunnaki gods, extraterrestrials, or symbolic reflections of humanity's eternal questions? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this exploration into the Anunnaki engaging, don't forget to like this video to support our journey into history and mythology. Subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into ancient legends and hidden truths. Share this video with friends and fellow seekers who are fascinated by the mysteries of our past. Together, we'll continue to uncover the stories that connect us to the wonders of history, the cosmos, and beyond. Thank you for watching.